Good day everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. James Joseph and today I'll present alarming findings from our recent blood microscopy studies. Following reports of toxic fog, we've observed unprecedented blood abnormalities that could lead to a public health crisis. This presentation will outline our evidence and call for immediate action. Let's begin. 6 weeks ago, our research group's blood analyses showed patterns consistent with post-COVID syndrome, nothing highly unusual. But after reports of toxic fog emerged, we saw a dramatic shift. Patient samples began exhibiting severe rouleau formation, aggregation, and unexplainable structures. These findings are inconsistent with healthy blood and could lead to serious vascular complications, including strokes and sudden death. We're seeking expert opinions globally, but the urgency cannot be overstated. Action is needed now. Let's establish a baseline. This image, from January 28, 2025, at 100x magnification, shows normal red blood cell morphology under light microscopy. Notice the uniform, disc-shaped cells with no stacking or clumping. This is the hallmark of healthy blood, which we'll contrast with our recent findings. Now, look at this sample from February 20, 2025, at 500x magnification. We observed light-emitting green flecks in the blood, which may be nanoparticles, as mentioned in mainstream media reports about toxic fog. These are not naturally occurring in blood and raise serious concerns about environmental exposures. On February 18, at 1000x magnification, we identified what appears to be green wiring in a patient's blood. Media reports have referenced micro-circuitry in connection to toxic fog. This finding is unprecedented and suggests a novel pathological process affecting blood at a microscopic level. In the same case, at 500x magnification, we see significant red blood cell destruction alongside light-emitting nanoparticles and nanocircuitry. This level of cellular damage is alarming and points to a toxic process that compromises blood integrity and function. Starting with case 4475 from February 8, at 10x magnification, we see severe rouleau formation and red blood cell aggregation. Light-emitting nanoparticles are also present. This pattern of stacking and clumping increases the risk of vascular occlusion and is a recurring theme in our samples. 2 days later, in case 4847, we see the same pattern at 10x magnification, persistent rouleau, aggregation, and light-emitting nanoparticles. This consistency across cases underscores the widespread nature of these abnormalities. In case 2488, from February 7, at 500x magnification, rouleau formation continues, accompanied by light-emitting nanoparticles. The higher magnification highlights the extent of cellular stacking and the presence of these foreign structures. Case 4239, also from February 8, shows similar findings at 500x magnification. The rouleau and nanoparticles persist, indicating a systemic issue affecting multiple patients over time. In case 3423, we observed RBCs with severe oxidative stress at 500x magnification. The cells appear damaged, and light-emitting nanoparticles are again present. Oxidative stress compromises RBC function and exacerbates the risk of complications. Case 3851 reveals a honeycombed appearance in RBCs at 500x magnification, a sign of significant cellular damage. Light-emitting nanoparticles are also visible, further linking these abnormalities to a common cause. Finally, in case 5822 from February 19, we see ongoing rouleau and aggregation at 500x magnification, with light-emitting nanoparticles. These findings are not isolated, they're escalating and demand immediate investigation. In case 4909, blood drawn for a platelet-rich plasma procedure revealed a visible insoluble white substance. This was unexpected and suggests the presence of contaminants that resist standard blood processing. After the first centrifugation, the insoluble white substance remained visible in the same sample. This persistence indicates that the substance is not easily removed by standard methods. Even after plasma separation, a second centrifugation, and filtration through a 0.22 micron sterile filter, light-emitting nanoparticles were still visible at 1000x magnification. Due to these findings, we cancelled the PRP procedure. This suggests a resilient contaminant affecting blood safety. In another case, less than an hour after a venous blood draw, we observed rubbery white clots forming spontaneously. This rapid clotting is highly unusual and signals a pathological process that could lead to life-threatening vascular complications. We've begun exploring treatments. In case 4087, pre-treatment blood at 500x magnification showed severe Rouleaux, aggregation, and light-emitting nanoparticles. The patient received IV methylene blue, pulsed electromagnetic frequency, red light therapy, and UVB therapy. Just 15 minutes post-treatment, we saw a marked decrease in Rouleaux and aggregation with milder oxidative stress. Light-emitting nanoparticles were reduced but still visible. This suggests the treatment has an immediate impact, though not complete resolution. By day 1 post-treatment, RBC morphology and Rouleaux were significantly improved, with further reduction in nanoparticles. These results are promising, but ongoing exposure to toxic fog limits the treatment's ability to fully prevent recurrence. To ensure accuracy, we follow a rigorous protocol. Slides are cleaned, rooms are sterilized with UVC ozone light, and we use a camera adapter for up to 1000x magnification. Our methods are transparent and reproducible, and we invite collaboration to validate these findings. These findings, including our most recent image from February 21, are real and align with references suggesting self-assembling nanotechnology in blood. Treatments show improvement, but they cannot prevent ongoing exposure to toxic fog. This is a public health emergency, and the time to act is now. Our observations are supported by peer-reviewed literature and expert analyses, as listed here. These sources discuss self-assembling nanotechnology and its potential health impacts, providing a framework for understanding our findings. We urgently need independent validation by global microscopy experts. Investigation into the toxic fog's source and its link to nanotechnology. Public health measures to protect populations. Funding for expanded research and treatment trials. I welcome your questions and collaboration to address this crisis. Thank you, and God bless.